jousting at night by firelight.
It was unbelievable.
We wanted to shoot everything as real as possible.
We didn't have a lot of acting to do because it was really cool to watch.
It was a great opportunity to reshape our view of the story of becoming a knight.
Episode 2, Hard Salt Beef. We open over black. Sir Arlen is standing akimbo, stark naked, and pissing from the largest cock reasonably imaginable.
There were lots of conversations about how big it could be.
With the size of his, knighthood.
We were told it had to be 10 inches long. I knew we'd hit familiar ground.
No, that's a big man.
We did Hodor's piece in Game of Thrones. Making one as big as this that could also pee, it was the natural evolution of what we'd done previously, so never want to back away from a challenge.
There was a slight obsession with weeing, I would say. But actually, it sort of works with the tone of the show because there's a not so serious but seriousness of it.
We could hang him from the center.
You are Florian the Fool! When I initially read the script, I thought it was going to be small puppets. Like, I was picturing Sound of Music, like little marionettes, but I'm in this massive gown on this platform with these little wooden hands, which are so fun to use.
We have certain opportunities to create scale, and it felt like the puppet show needed to feel more of a spectacle, something to draw Dunk in.
Tanselle, when she played Lady Jonquil, she is 8 foot tall plus headdress. Jonquil is a daffodil, so the shapes and the colours played on that. And the long dress was printed to have a shimmery effect. We wanted her to look like this angel that Dunk would be mesmerised by.
For our puppets, we made sure to not use any materials that weren't available at the time.
Florian is built effectively with timber, in fact, balsa wood underneath. And he's held together with rope and dowels of timber for joints. He's deliberately built so the joints mimic human joints. His arm is completely articulated in the way that your arm is articulated.
From a production standpoint, it was far trickier than hopefully it looks on screen.
Urax is the dragon puppet. It needs to be made so that it can be broken up. Decision right at the beginning was to make it of cane and willow and then cladded it to make it look like leather, which we've used soft but rigid plastic. And then it's molded with hot air and spoons, in fact. The dragon is incredibly light. It has to be light because you can't operate it otherwise.
This is a puppet show, but in Westeros. Even though there is no magic in this world at this moment, it should feel like it used to exist.
It was amazing to see that fire. I was mind blown, how have they done that?
We miniaturized a flamethrower and put it into a torch.
A gas flamethrower was out of the window. Wouldn't have been safe enough to do it in a tent. So we opted for lycopodium.
Is it pollen?
Yeah, we collected on the way.
Lycopodium is a spore from a plant. It's basically just like pollen. It's been around forever, and the fact that we're using it in a medieval environment added to the realness of it.
3, 2, 1, fire!
For safety reasons, we needed to remove the crowd, so we shot them as a separate pass with no fire and just interactive light.
Effect ready.
Okay.
3,
Reaction from the crowd.
2, 1, fire.
And then we shot a pass with the real fire with nobody in there except the stunt actors.
Fire! That's cut there.
Me and all the other extras and SAs, we didn't have a lot of acting to do because it was really cool to watch.
The tug-of-war scene was absolutely mental.
Action!
I remember reading that scene and thinking, how do we make that fun? And it was about trying to stylize it and give it sort of its own sudden, different energy. The whole shoot had this slightly more carnival, crazy mood to it.
Looking good. It was fun. Walking around barking orders at everybody.
Yeah, that was hard work. 20 people pulling on a rope. Plenty of water and mud down on the floor.
It was an actual tug of war, and I was just putting my feet on the rope.
He's not going to make a lot of difference if he's pulling because of the size of him, so he hung on.
It was so crazy. I was just like dangling for dear life, otherwise I would smack into the mud.
The list field, it's a practical jousting ground.
This set is one of the best jousting arena I've ever seen.
The only way you can survive a set like that is by a huge amount of groundworks.
Groundworks had to happen before you could even put the set on it. That was a good 8 weeks of groundworks.
We started to size the tournament field with directions from the horse master.
That is a perfectly designed arena for horses. The tilts, the height of the tilts, the distance between the tilts. We've sampled so many different types of sand to get the right one that's suitable for the horses to run on.
A starting point from the design was for medieval period. The viewing stand, I just saw references to kind of ruined cathedrals covered in grass and ivy. Almost a folly that had fallen into disrepair.
It had to be made and artistically covered to look like it had stood for centuries. We are blessed here with the most fantastic team of carpenters, plasterers, painters, sculptors who've done a great job of making it feel lived in.
Those statues I'll never forget. And they just reminded me of like the wizard's chess scene in Harry Potter. The whole atmosphere was incredible.
Here we go, lots of energy, very excited. 3, 2, 1, action!
The joust at night is quite a big area, so we had lots and lots of light.
Lots of our conversations were about not wanting the lighting to feel artificial. A large part of the design was to incorporate huge bowls of flames.
We built large towers that would fit in with the whole ancient feel of the place, with dishes that sit on top of them.
The braziers were huge. I honestly thought Northern Ireland would run out of gas. We used 28,000 kilos of propane.
Early on, Ira described the list fields as Coachella.
It was definitely a challenge because we could only have 200, 300 people at most on any given day. So we extended the crowd.
We had to have this festival-like atmosphere of buzz and excitement that only visualizing thousands of people would bring.
The background cast were fantastic. They understood the world, they understood the energy within it.
Lord Ashford Fox's sheep!
Never really been on a job where extras had created such a huge emotional atmosphere, and they all did it with a smile on their face.
I spoke to the actor, Russell, and said, listen, we've got to do this, biting the head off the fish. And we will have prop fish made. And he said, why are we not just going to use a real fish? And it's like, yeah, come on, let's do it. It'll only be a couple of times. Definitely was more than a couple of times.
One more with the real fish.
23 apple, take one, eh, Mark?
For the new gods and old!
He might have thrown up at one point, but he was just totally up for it.
This is the big leagues. It should be taken in the way Dunk takes it, which is that it's overwhelming, and it's impressive, and it's fucking scary.
Jousting's always just been one person against one person, and the fact that we were jousting with multiple people was what made this sequence so exciting.
All the horses charging together were so cool to see.
This isn't just a game, it's real and dangerous.
Nobody's ever done a joust at night before. We had an opportunity to blow people's minds a little bit.
Jousting's all about movement. It's like a ballet of what's happening. So I think it's now about trying to find a new way of operating the camera and moving the camera with it.
We had the camera on the crane quite a lot, moving cameras, wire cams, all these kind of tools to make the action sequence more action-filled.
It was quite a long journey for the action sequences. We did a lot of testing of how can we make this look different.
We started the stunt biz in Thailand in a studio out there, testing and shooting all of the technical shots. Stunt viz becomes a roadmap of how to shoot it. I'll always have the viz up on a separate monitor and I'll pick the shot and we'll just be matching it on the day.
I think that's better flow. When we do stunt viz, I operate the camera. I know I will be put into more dangerous situation because of my stunt background.
We're at a massive advantage because our whole stunt team are also horsemen. So they know what is possible, what's not possible.
Anything that's super fast and super dynamic, horses flipping through tilt rails, we'll have a mechanical horse.
Jousting. Was a dangerous thing to do then? Is a dangerous thing to do now? So when we're designing the lances and the shields, it's really important that we take that into consideration. All the shields have some form of protective lip, and that helps stop the lance from travelling up towards this head. We've made about 130 lances, 300 breakaway sections of lances.
We'll only make contact with breakaway lances, so the first 2 foot of that lance is soft.
We've removed the front section from the lance, and we're going to replace it with this breakaway section, which is a hollow tube. This is then packed full of balsa wood and vermiculite, so that when it impacts on the shield, there's a big explosion.
We had it all on a massive scale. It was quite challenging, but we had a great team behind the scenes.
Episode 3 is one of the first times we're leaving Dunk's point of view. We're actually in Egg's point of view.
The fact that suddenly you're following this character who's not your main character gave us a little bit of freedom. And I remember saying well, I mean, that's a really good way to sort of introduce movement.
We wanted to keep the camera moving and flowing and very sort of responsive to performance.
Take a quick step, Duncan! That was actually crazy to film. Sarah went to me, Dexter, are you okay with taking your shoes off?
That kid literally went running through sheep's poop for us. It was really great because Dexter was also very much like his character Egg, so excited to prove to me that he was super fast and super capable. So he had really been training and running and getting ready for that.
The scene with Egg and Thunder, it was very challenging because you see the horse, but there's a group of people just barely outside the edge of the frame helping the horse. So a scene like that, you have to be very fluid.
I was also so pleased when the horse pooped for me on camera, and it just felt like a gift from the gods when the horse just dead-eyed stared at camera and took a shit.
Later, inside the ale tent, a shirtless Sir Lionel Baratheon wearing his antlered helm, singing.
Fucking hell, here we go. I cannot overstate just what a horrible singer I am. I noticed a number of times I kept forgetting the words and getting them in the wrong order. I just had to sort of started just shouting syllables.
And action.
Alice was a special ass, born bereft of them. She had a fucking shitty fuck. One more.
Daniel's amazing. He definitely went for it, and I think he got more and more comfortable with each take.
All right. Alice with 3 fingers, a copper in a glass. Have 2 fingers less than most, she'll shove them up your ass.
I realized pretty quickly, shooting around Dexter, that I was gonna have to get comfortable kind of swearing around him, but he was cool with everything.
I don't like cursing at all, and I only do it because it is my job. Yeah.
The tone of the Targaryen family is definitely different in this show to how perhaps we're expecting it to be.
Okay, here we go. Let's roll. Rolling. And action.
The great and honorable Baelor Targaryen and his brother, Miaka.
Those silver white, long locks don't make an appearance in our show. I like the idea that they have gone through different styles and phases just like we do. Baelor is written in the book to have the coloring of his Dornish mother, so he doesn't look like a Targaryen at all. He has brown hair. To connect father and son, the actor who plays Baelor has heterochromia in his eyes. So we gave Baelor a contact lens. No one's ever gonna notice it, but it made us feel like passing on from one generation to another.
With Maekar and Aerion, we didn't go pure white. It's a more creamy white, which I think reads better on camera, and especially Maekar because he has the big beard. With Aerion, I think they were quite keen to have him a bit edgier. We ended up going with a full wig with these kind of quite soft, flicky elements in them. What feels like a kind of dragon tails at the back or little dragon scales.
It's a good fucking wig, isn't it? Hot wig.
Prince Aerion Bright Flame!
The look for Aerion's armor is perfect. It's cold and intimidating and dragon-like.
Come on, little knight. Time you face the dragon.
It's the coolest I've ever looked in anything.
In terms of look, it's quite rooted in historical referencing. Lorna was looking at lamella armor, so what we made for her was a plate armor take on a lamella. We were on something like 400 individually patterned and cut lamella panels.
Then his helmet. We played with drawing every type of dragon head and found that actually the most terrifying thing is a human face.
The helmet is a mold of Finn Bennett's own face.
It was quite involved. The helmet alone was probably something like a 12-week build. The flaming hair crest, really that was a reflection of Aerion's personality. Very dragon-like, with the red detailing, like lava flowing. So it's very much this feeling and unrest just below the surface.
The Targaryens came to Ashford as like a diplomatic mission. And then it goes completely awry when Aerion slaughters this horse.
At first you think when you're breaking down this script, that has to be a fully CG horse.
To augment this horse, it's incredibly difficult to get correct. We were relieved to find that speaking with the horse team and the stunt team that there was every intention to do this for real. Ultimately, our role became adding in the lance that pierces through the horse's neck.
The horse crashing through the tilt, that's all real. We've had a foam tilt made up, so it's safe on the horses. We do train our horses to lie down, and then just using the horse's natural desire to try and get up, which will look like the horse is dying. So then we'll cut to an actor or a double with a prosthetic horse.
Action! Thank you, moving on, well done.
It's an important scene in the sense that you're establishing a villain.
Aerion believes himself to be blood of the dragon, to actually be the dragon incarnate in human form. And so he feels entitled to that kind of brutality.
Sit down, Prince! You have to come! Aerion's hurting her!
Hurting who?
I really loved the idea that Dunk springs into action. We're seeing the birth of his own knighthood.
It was just such a cool scene. And we got one take where the heat was like definitely really close. But it was nobody's fault but me, because I wanted to get in as close as I could. Felt like a real Tom Cruise moment.
I love Sarah for this. She said to me, every day I want to do one cool shot. Well, that happened to be the special shot that day. Shooting that scene, it was a little bit complicated because shot starts with like a couple grips carrying the camera, and then they pass it and they clip it on the crane, and the crane goes past to the finger snap.
We did this slight dolly zoom effect on Dunk as he's taking it in. It's like we see something change in him. Almost the beast inside him is awoken.
Nailed it!
Huge credit to Zach, who was stunt doubling for me. Everybody's very safe in set, but you know, Pete's like a big guy.
Camera set.
Peter just went full beast mode. I remember at one point, I actually couldn't even believe what I was seeing on the monitor because it was so intense.
Hey.
No! Don't hurt him!
For those who were already fans of the novellas,
let go of him.
They'll know that this reveal is coming. For everyone else, hopefully it's a surprise. And And we wanted to do service to both audiences. If you were to go back, that you would see all those little breadcrumbs.
You're from Flea Bottom.
No. Perhaps I should go back, sir.
Sir Donald of the Kingsguard is but the son of a crabber.
His father owns half the crabbing fleets in Westeros.
How would you know?
Like fishing. Kill him! Kill him!
And at the same time, not give it away.
The only way he can save Dunk at this point is to reveal his secret.
What happened to your hair?
I cut it off, brother. I didn't want to look like you.
We are about to shift the dynamic between Dunk and Egg where you can't put it back in the box.
We wonder whether that's going to be the end for them.